Upper bracket time. That's right, Virtus.Pro and Fnatic, they are ready and they are going into draft here live from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios for the CORSAIR Season 11 Stockholm Major.
Wow, you know what impresses me when you get all of that out. That's great.
Every time, without fail. Ursa, Action, Slacks, and that Bulldog. We talked a little bit about the teams already, but we didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of it just yet. I do want to talk more about these two teams because we haven't seen them on the main stream yet. You know, they played another group. So on one side, you got Virtus.Pro. They came first in their group. They faced Forward Gaming and Fnatic Gaming. But I have to point out that in both series that they took, they lost the first game and then they won the 2 games after that. And on the other side, you have Fnatic, came second in their group. They first lost against Ninjas in Pajamas, which, by the way, they did win an 80-minute game.
80 minutes?
Yeah, yep. And they also won against Infamous. And then their series against Ninjas in Pajamas the second time around, they were losing game 2 very hard. And then DJ comes with a god-tier black hole.
Yep.
And turns the game around, and they 2-0'd Ninjas in Pajamas that. So that's how these two teams got to be here in this upper bracket. Winner of this team moves to the top 6 of the event. And both have, of course, got a lot to fight for.
Neither of the team have looked like super strong in their groups, I think. Like VP, they beat Forward Gaming and even lost the game to them. Whoop-de-doo. And Fnatic as well, who didn't really look that strong. So VP's not really been tested yet. Fnatic obviously is one of the best SEA teams, if not the best, right now. Both the teams like Enigma, so he's been banned out. Makes a lot of sense. And just the Ursa and Shadow Shaman. This is a DJ hero, and this guy always gets farm. He's one of those 4 heroes, position 4, that just takes the farm, and you know, a strong Shadow Shaman high level. That's scary stuff. I'm scared.
Yep, you should be, because DJ's kind of really been the standout player for this team for the entirety of the event, and that's a hero he's very comfortable on. And, you know, VP, they know bears well. It's on their shirts.
Not anymore. Oh, actually, it is on the front.
Yeah.
But they now have a different logo on the back. It's like just to be the bear left.
Prophet is a hero that has been highly banned in this entire tourney. Bulldog, you taught me that was a lane winner, right? That's the only reason people pick it?
Well, not the only reason, but he's super strong in the lane, and we see him mostly position 5 now, because he just secures that lane for your carry. You can pick whatever you want, and the Prophet can almost zone out 2 heroes all the time, so a little bit too strong. But they did nerf him now, so the treants do not do as much damage level 1, but even so, he seems to be very powerful in that role.
Already liking all the catch that, I mean, the kind of global presence that VP has. You can just tell that they're going to have pressure all over the place just with a Nyx and a Nature's Prophet. Ganks can get so easy with 2 of those heroes. Fnatic, though, you know, we got to see what their strat is. Right now, obviously, they're going to go for a little bit of aggression here, as always with the Ursa. See that Darkseer banned out? Classic answer to the Ursa. Can't catch you if you're running at max speed, and a very nice ban of the Meepo.
Yeah, just a respect ban makes a lot of sense. The first big Nyx, I'm not entirely sure. We have not seen the hero super much in this tournament. I guess VP just really likes this hero. But yeah, picking the Ursa, I just feel like a perfect example of where you can pick a Bat who will absolutely do super fine in that lane against Ursa. Ursa can't really go bottom against Prophet, so you know, when you see the enemy carry, this is like, you just would love a Bat Rider.
Yeah, you've been hyping up this Bat before.
The Bat is coming.
Yeah. He was picked once against the Lifestealer, and if I remember correctly, that worked pretty well for a while.
Well, not in the laning stage. Now that you have Ursa, that's like a super easy lane.
Yeah.
The Bat is banned.
Nice snipe there by Bulldog.
They can actually hear me, can't they?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
They can only hear you if... Well, no, they can't.
They can't hear you.
If you scream incredibly loud, please don't do that. That would kill us. Their microphones... No, I don't think that works that way, actually. No, they can't hear you.
Not only do they have those thick, industrial-grade headphones on, there's also white noise being played, just in case you can hear any mumbles. So only the highest frequency voice could possibly pierce those.
Something like that.
So, Oracle banned out this late in the draft. Do you think that that's warranted? I mean, usually people are snagging those Oracles first pick. I feel like both, you know, kind of they're moving away from that already.
It's kind of good against Nyx, I guess, because you come in there, sneak in, and just want to burst a hero that you stun. So Oracle would just save that hero instantly. It's kind of fine, I guess. But now, what do they want to pick here? VP has been picking some ODs, which is okay against Ursa. But neither of the team have been playing that much in this tournament. Except Fnatic played a couple games. But yeah, not sure what they want right now. Not showing a lot.
I'll say something crazy here. You ready, Sheever?
Sure, go for it.
I think we might see a disruptor this series, but there's a Rubik right there. Makes great sense. I believe it was Gods who was taught us earlier that one great catch, you can follow that up with a Rubik and just turn that one great catch into a lot more.
Yep.
Good spells to steal already coming out from Nyx and Prophet.
It's great for, it's a great one for, actually, is it Jabs or DJ now? Because DJ can play both real well.
Should be Yabs. You definitely want more farm on the Shadow Shaman, I think.
Yeah? Okay. I can see that. Venomancer coming out for VP.
A classic counter. We saw, well, a while ago when people always pick Troll, you instantly pick Venomancer, and it's also really good against Ursa.
Yep.
Not as good against the Troll, because Troll doesn't really want to buy Dagger, but Ursa, as long as he gets Dagger, unlike some other players don't, he can just jump in, insta-burst someone, and then Ursa's not too strong.
Not a whole ton of lockdown on their lineup so far, though.
On VP?
On VP?
Yeah. I mean, they got the Nyx so far, which is not the greatest. But, I mean, they got 2 picks.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you know, there's plenty of time to fix that.
I just wonder who's going to play the Venomancer. I don't think this is a no-one hero. Ramses should not play it. So, probably off lane right now. I'm not entirely sure on that if they want to put it mid, though. Because we've seen it mid from other teams, but...
I think they got some options, you know. We still don't have our mid yet from Fnatic. And they're going to go for the Brewmaster.
Ice special.
Yeah, it's a solid here. Doesn't really care about the Venomancer because you're in the Brewlings. Makes a lot of sense. Just a good team fight. It's okay against Prophet support. When you play against Prophet support, you need to make sure that he can't just destroy the lane. And he can just click his Drunken Brawler and hit them back. Man up a little bit. And also if they have Rasta or Rubik there. Rubik should be kind of good, because you just Fade Bolt the Treants, do no damage now, just kill him. So far they've got a decent lane against the Prophet. Should be good.
Yep, definitely see what they're going for there. VP though, Venomancer though? I don't know, man. I understand. I was the one that was hyping up Veno v Ursa before, but against this lineup, I mean, Veno kind of doesn't succeed too much if all these boys are just running at him. And the Brewmaster, as you said, was just, what does he do against Brew? Not really anything after level 6. So,
well, they have their 2 most impactful heroes left to pick on the Ramses and no one.
Yep.
They should be able to save this. I mean, they don't really have the tanky hero. Like, one of the cores has to be a fatty, which maybe will be the mid. You could normally see something like a Kunkka here, but since the nerf, I'm not sure. You still want to pick that hero. And it's not that good against Ursa, because you can just put the Ursa mid. But just, you need some fat hero.
Yeah. You got any favorite Ramses heroes, Chiefs?
I mean, I don't really want to see a PA, so there's like, I would just like to see something stupid like a Jugger or something, you know, something stable.
I don't think that's stupid at all.
That's stupidly said, Shiver, to call him stupid.
No, it's like, it's one of those heroes that is, it's just this, it's a simple hero, you know.
I believe you're looking for basic.
Yeah, basic. There you go.
Heroes.
It's a basic hero.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't really want to say basic heroes.
I mean, it's true. Juggernaut's the kind of guy who shows up to class 10 minutes late with a Starbucks, and, you know, he just sits in the back and doesn't even do anything. He's just basic boy.
Fnatic.
Nothing exciting. Ember Spirit comes out, though. He ain't anything but basic. He's a
mobile hero. There's already a lot of catch for him, too. This is a interesting pick.
Wee.
You don't like it?
I think it's okay, actually. I kind of like it.
Okay.
They got a lot of poke with their lineup now.
Yep.
Vino and Ember. So how would they lane it? So you could definitely put it safe lane still if they want. Putting Ursa mid against Ember could be pretty annoying. So I could definitely see Ramses playing this still. Still feel they lack the fatty. could be a problem. All of their heroes seems kind of squishy right now.
That's a good point. I don't know. I just keep thinking about Virtus.Pro's kind of global gankability presence. I mean, they could just jump on anybody right now with this draft.
Got a lot of mobility. Just got to get to level 6. And the Nyx, and they're banning out the OD. So they expect Ember safe lane.
All right, well, got a lot of options here still for that fatty carry, as Mr. Bulldog keeps pointing out for Virtus.Pro. Fnatic, though, I'm still looking for a little something more from this strat, you know?
The Razor is still in the pool. We've seen that hero be super popular.
That is true.
Razor.
A Razor and Viper, is like, where did they go?
Unneeded this game, Shiver.
Okay.
The meta is gone.
Is it?
Things change, Shiver. You got to get with the time.
All right, we'll see.
We are in C and CIS Dota right now.
We are.
This is their own separated metas from the rest of the world. They're coming head to head here. Monkey King and the Shadow Fiend.
That's kind of a fatty.
Makes
you
perfect
just get
sense.
that mech, so
Guardian
pretty
Greaves.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ember should be safe lane then, which should be fine. Sometimes you kind of suffer in the lane, but when you have a Prophet, the strongest hero that can just protect them, should be good. Looks pretty okay, right? Pretty well-rounded. The only question is a little bit how Davina will do in the lane, top. But it looks to be laning as an Ursa, so he should be fine.
Yeah, I really like this a lot. I feel like they can make a lot of space for Shadow Fiend with kind of how mobile their team can be. And anyone that gets ignored in this game is going to do really well with that farm on Virtus.Pro. I mean, no matter who is getting the space made for them, they're going to excel and do very well when we start looking at that mid game. But
20 seconds left.
Woo!
What do they want here? Kind of need something range. Feels like...
Why do you say that?
They have all melees.
Adding his
Running
knowledge
against
to the
Avino is not
squad.
very fun.
I mean, they got Shadow Shaman and Rubik, dude. That's hype.
Supports don't matter. You go for TA.
Against Veno? Against Prophet? Against Ember? These are all heroes that are pretty okay against TA, aren't they?
Yeah, it should be fine here. It's against an SF mid though, which he could dominate that lane pretty hard. If he gets this first early levels. T has been kind of dead for a while now though.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Well, okay. It's a best of 3. Who wins game 1 slacks?
Oh, me first.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
first. Go for it.
Dota 2 is complex sometimes. Other times not so much. It's a game of rock, paper, scissors. Guess what? Rock, paper, Benno beats that PA, TA, whatever. I think she's screwed. I'm going to go VP.
Yeah, and I love Venomancer as well. A fun fact, there is a Hydra set for Venomancer, and Hydra is a type of dragon, so...
It's not... God damn
So I'm definitely going to go for VP as well.
It's not a dragon.
It's a type of dragon.
It's not a dragon, dude.
If he has the Hydra set,
What is the definition of a dragon to you?
Shiva, what is your prediction?
I will deal with this during the game.
Jesus Christ.
You guys only have a couple things to deal with. 2 things to deal with. Actually, no, a couple things. One of the things you have to deal with is voting for the MVP. And I will vote for VP, by the way. There
Whoa.
you go.
Copying.
Some
Hydra.
other things you guys have to deal with are commentators. OD Pixel and Gods.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Virtus.Pro versus Fnatic. Best of 3 about to kick off here with myself, OD Pixel, and Gods. And what an exciting final pick from Fnatic, bringing in the Templar Assassin. Sort of considered what the old school way to beat an SF in the middle lane. But as the panel pointed out, there's a Venomancer, there's an Ember Spirit. There's a lot of damage over time that could cause issues for this TA down the line.
There is, but you know, SCA teams love their TA. They're some of the best in the world at playing the hero, and Abed one of those guys. So I, you know, put a little faith in it, particularly because, you know, theoretically he's going to have that mid matchup against an SF, and that's where if he gets off to a good start, he snowballs. Doesn't matter if there's maybe a Veno in the game, for example.
Oh, we can see the way that no one's preparing already. He has already skilled the level 1 raises. That's the way he's going to start it. Make sure that he can at least get some of that early CS, and he doesn't have to deal with trying to build the Necromastery up against a refracted TA with that extra bonus damage.
Just practicing his triple raises on his teammate. You know?
Yeah, making sure the keyboard's working.
Yep. So we'll see how he fares here. He already has the double mango. A lot of these mid matchups have kind of turned into this big regen war, and SF is one of those heroes that loves to play the regen battles because when you bring out those mangoes and you're hitting those double, triple raises, it just a super efficient way to play the mid lane with your damage output. Using one raise, not efficient. Using 3 and hitting the enemy mid, very efficient.
I mean, because in this matchup, then, what is the best outcome for no one? Is he still going to be able to find some farm? Does he need to have sort of extra assistance come in with early rotations to have any sort of chance against the TA? Or is there a possibility that he can just outplay Abed? I mean, it feels like that's going to be very hard because, as you say, it's Abed on TA. This man is a bit of a legend on the hero.
He definitely can outplay the matchup and do okay. I think if he outplays the TA, you know, you're looking at maybe a more 50-50 matchup, or even, you know, if you get your early last hits and get those souls up quickly. Obviously, he has to hit level 2 first. He gets the raise so we can actually get last hits on the first wave or two. Particularly the range creeps are so important. That's why raise level 1 is coming back. He could maybe see a more 50-50 outcome if he kind of outplays the matchup.
Looking at the way that the side lanes are going to start out, we have MP and Jabs going down to the bottom on the Ursa and the Rubik. They'll be up against, for now at least, the Prophet and that safe lane, Ember Spirit. But this mid lane, yeah, all eyes on what's going to happen here with these first few range creeps.
Range creep denied.
Yeah, he's going to get that first one, no, on him. With the raise skilled, as you say, he should have a good chance of securing the range creep for himself as well.
Oh, but misses another last hit.
There we go. So denying the range and getting the range. I mean, there's little things like this that can put the SF off to a fair start against a TA, a hero that can cause issues.
Yep. Won't be getting souls just yet, but he'll be saving some of those raises when he hits level 2 so that he can secure some souls right away.
Seeing top lane, Pasha. He's feeling the force of DJ. DJ, of course, on the Shaman, having a hefty right click. Stun will come out. Won't catch on to DJ. In fact, DJ is going to end up dying to the creeps there. The creeps have been pulled around, and that's going to end up being the demise of Pasha.
Yeah, that's a big early chunk of gold going the way of 2 heroes. It's split between the 2 as well, so nicely played by Fnatic, contesting that wave pull. Shadow Shaman, one of those really strong heroes in terms of starting base damage, and with boots first, this Shadow Shaman is very strong. And the big weakness of this hero is just how squishy you are in your mobility, but being able to play as a 4 and get boots first kind of makes up for that.
See Mango being popped here by no one, getting a bit of damage onto Abed. Is level 3, and of course, there's 2 points in the raises now, so if he can get around the refraction, he can do a lot of damage to this TA in the mid matchup. We're seeing down bottom the power of that Prophet, Solo playing it, and sort of Solo zoning out the 2 supports of the Jabs and MP. Jabs will be able to salve, and Solo sort of toys with him, baiting him with those teleport potential.
Oh, big lucky rune. SF gets a double damage. Sometimes these mid matchups can just be swung by a 2-minute rune, and this is one of those really impactful ones.
You see up top, Fnatic, they're going to go for the opening onto Pasha. They've got the shackles to lead in. Roger's got the stun to hold back Ice a little bit, but Pasha is in trouble, gets critted down. Another death on this top lane.
Such a strong dual lane, this Ice DJ duo. And with the double damage, no one holding on to it for now. He's already level 3.5, and
I mean, he's got to be happy with how this is going, right? I mean, as we saw, you know, Fnatic with this 5th pick TA, they expected more to be happening in favor of Abed early on, surely, in this matchup.
Abed is not having the lane advantage he was perhaps hoping for with this pick, and it's only going to get worse because of that double damage.
We'll see down bottom. Lane's getting pressured in underneath the tower. Doesn't matter for Ramsey. Still able to farm AOK's top CS at the moment.
Yep.
Leveled it with his mid SF from 14 and 15. Everyone pretty much in a good place apart from Pasha on that top lane. That's the only core that's falling behind at the moment on the Venomancer. Only 5 CS in these first 3 minutes because of the way that he's being zoned out by DJ.
That's kind of the good news for Fnatic, since they're not getting that mid lane win, is that, yeah, the side lanes, particularly top lane, going very, very well. 8 denies on Ice, and Veno just with 6 last hits altogether. So very small edge to Fnatic in the laning stage, but typically with this TA versus SF mid matchup, you're hoping for a bit of a bigger advantage there.
Feed the trees.
We'll see, you know, what if the TA, I mean, Abed down the line, what is going to be the build that you want to go for? Do you want to rush the Deso in a game like this, or do you want to get a bit more active and have that blink and be able to start making moves as soon as Ice gets 6 on the brew?
Yeah, it could definitely go either way. It's probably going to depend how the next 5-10 minutes of this game go a bit. Whether he feels like there's plays they can make. I think these fast blink rushes never feel that amazing right now. That's why A lot of the traditional Blink heroes like Ursa haven't even been getting it as much. They just want to get these more active early game items. A Deso can allow you to take a fast Roshan. It just accelerates your farm. And I think Blink is like a bit too all in for the kills.
Mid lane continues to look pretty hot for no one. Gets himself a regen rune. He's going to be able to burn some of the mana as he continues to regen by popping it out onto Abed with the raises. Going to chase him down and beat him back. As we continue to see, no one here is playing this matchup very, very nicely.
Knowing just the limit of his heroes and controlling these runes so far, that's the big thing. Neither Fnatic support has really been able to leave their lanes because of the 2v2 setup. And as a result, SF's been able to just spam out the wave and grab both the 2 and now the 4-minute rune with a bottle, most importantly.
Still yet to see too much movement from the supports early on, sticking to their lanes. And this time Arbed does manage to get a good bit of harass onto no one there with the side blades up top. Shackles out onto Roger. He's got a quick spike pack carapace to try and hold DJ back.
Radiant's middle tower
but it feels like sort of between these two supports, it's just DJ that is able to do the most. Being ranged and then just having that high right click, he's really able to sort of keep Roger at bay and make sure that Nyx Assassin doesn't have any sort of chance of getting near Ice's brew.
Yeah. The Nyx is able to do a bit more now that he has boots. Did have the stout shield earlier on, but with the boots at least he can outrun the shaman rather than get chased down by the right clicks. See what Roger can find here. What's he up to?
No chance of any sort of courier or anything. It's down bottom at the moment, and talking about down bottom, Ramsey opens up with the chains onto MP. MP is going to pop the salve. They're going to hunt him down in the trees. They'll at least, you'd imagine, be able to cancel the salve. He's getting a good amount of duration off it. Will finally be cancelled. Does mean that MP was able to heal up and get himself for enough away to survive. Yep. Roger's going to scout out for the 6-minute runes. Japs does come down to have a look to take it away, but it's going to end up spawning up top, and that means Arbed will be the one to claim it. So no one unable to fill up his bottle for now.
I imagine that was Abed just saying, guys, this SF is just winning the lane by getting every single rune. We have to get these next runes. But the damage is already done. I think SF wasn't even going for them. I think he recognized that, okay, they're going to contest 6 minutes. Doesn't matter to me. I've got a shrine to fall back to. I can jungle.
Bottom, they're going to have a rotation from Roger. Comes in with a stun onto MP. DJ's there as well. Tries the shackles onto Ramsey. Solo goes for the TP in. They're going to look to try and block off MP in the trees. Roger popped the spike carapace. MP won't continue to hit, but it doesn't matter. It gets blocked in by the tree, and Sleight of Fist from Ramsey finishes off the job. That'll be one dead with the chains onto Jabs and another stun coming out from Roger. That'll be a second kill for Ramsey. Big moves there from both of the team's supports trying to make something happen for one another. But the movement at the Nyx Assassin proves to be just that much stronger than the rotation from DJ.
Yeah, Nyx just mirroring wherever DJ goes. He goes bottom, Nyx is there as well to match it, and a lot of kill potential with this Ember Nature's Prophet, and particularly this new Ember build that we see more of, maxing the Sleight of Fist. The laning stage damage output of this build is just so hard to deal with, and around this stage where Ember hits level 5, it's just too much to really sustain yourself against. Ember is really struggling in lane. See there, just one Sleight of Fist does about 100 damage.
Yeah, great for the harass, and also to just allow that extra chance to secure those ranged CSs when you can't quite get close enough, especially against a hero like the Ursa. Mid lane Arbed starting to play aggressive with the traps. It's the point now, with those traps available, that no one's got to be a bit careful. The dive is coming in from Arbed. A TP will come through, but with the refraction damage, it'll be enough to get himself the kill. The question is, can he get out? In fact, he may not want to. As he turns towards Solo, well, he's going to want to now, but he's going to go for the smart play. TP's out, knows that there's no further disable, and Arbed gets the kill behind the tower and gets back to safety.
And he's...
Is he going to get lucky with the rune?
Doesn't have the bottle, but yeah.
If it's a regen. Gaben? Oh, Gaben! Praise be to you. Arbed says that'll do it. That'll do it. That's he bought Artifact, and it paid off. Arbed reaping the benefits.
Look, no one had a 2-minute DD rune. I think TA is still feeling like...
Sure, Arbed was due some luck.
Yeah. I would still much rather be the SF with the 2-minute DD rune in this scenario, though. He gets rewarded for the solo kill there. SF just, he pre-planted that trap behind the tier 1 tower. That was because he needed that full duration slow and the damage output of the trap. So I don't think SF expected to be walking into what wasn't a fresh trap, but an old one.
As we can see, though, 9 minutes in, still a very even opening to this game overall. Just 2 for 3 on the kills. No one's SF at the top, but Arbed very close behind with that kill that he was able to pick up in the middle lane. Up top, just a bit of a tickle onto Passion with the shackles. Ice does have the 6, has the primal split ready to go if he sees an opportunity to find a kill.
Yeah, I think they were hoping to get a kill there, but Brew was a little bit too far away, and Venom with the salve was already healing up, and Ramsey's in a bit of trouble here. He's got remnants.
Yeah, very low though, just the 2-1 charges, but yeah, he'll be able to TP back to base, quickly return to lane with the Remnant out.
Yep.
So they're picking some levels up in the jungle. Very close hitting the 5 at least.
Still important to force Ramses out of lane in a situation like that, because now your other lanes can play more aggressive without worrying about Ember rotating in. If you want to dive top with the Brewmaster split or take a teamfight mid, Ember cannot rotate for another 60 seconds.
Definitely one of the slower starts from the games that we've seen so far today, but
yep.
Both teams definitely, as you say, they've got in mind the timing, and they really want to start to make a move. No one is going to have the movement speed advantage onto Jabs, and yeah, with the catch from Ramses. Sets up for an easy kill. See around the map, we are going to have the majority of the runes taken by VP, as they'll grab 3. Arbed's only able to secure 1, of course, for his teammates. Securing up the Deso Rush first, and we'll be able to clean up some of the Ancients here from the safety of his own jungle.
Yeah, it's something SF can do right now, which TA can't really, which is actually, rotate and make plays happen. The raise damage is very significant, and you contest 10-minute runes, so VP get an extra rune, they get a kill out of it, and TA, well, not really ready to fight, is much more item dependent than the Shadow Fiend to contribute to this game. Here comes Fnatic, still unable to find an opening to use his primal split. Level 8, and SSIs with the Vlads can offer a lot of damage output for his team, but you don't really just want to have him sitting idly farming. You really want to find a way to use primal split.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Right, this is the big kill.
Oh, he looks like he walked a bit close in the smoke pop, but they can still find the kill.
Yeah, they've got the trap down. They've got the slow upon him. Will turn, try and get a raise off. Not going to get a chance to do so. DJ straight in with the shackles, sets up for an easy kill. Fnatic make the smart move to shut down the SF, get him off the map, and take this tier 1 tower nice and early.
Radiant structures are
Great
fortified.
rotation. They may lose a side lane tower, but it's well worth it.
They lose MP. It's MP. It's going to get sprouted. Trapped in it. Doesn't matter. Still got the stick charges, and we'll be able to get out. Ice comes in with the reaction. Pops the split. He's got it ready to go for some plays down bottom already. Ready to hunt down Ramses after he's used the Remnant. He's got another one to jump to. He's out of mana. Does have 12-1 charges and has the distance to get back under the tower, though. So the split will be used to no avail. Same time up top, Roger. Keeping eyes with the Vendetta. Reveals himself onto the Rubik. Pasha's going to be there. Body blocks there from the Nyx Assassin, allowing the Gale to connect. His Jabs will be chased. There'll be no TP and no help for this Rubik. He'll try for a neutral deny. Not going to make it in time, though. Pasha claims the kill.
Okay. So VP taking the tier 1 tower top, getting a kill, but the SF needs to be careful here.
Does, and so does Solo. Quick meld hit to the Nature's Prophet. Arbed being a little careful. No one's got bold charges. Is able to get himself back up to full down bottom, though. VP losing Roger as Fnatic collapsing past the tower. The Serpent Wards are down from DGA, and Fnatic will be able to take a tower themselves.
Yeah, they're just playing very aggressive now with their ultimates. Primal split being used, yeah, doesn't find a kill, but they immediately followed up with the Serpent Ward push. And I think Fnatic are starting to find themselves a bit of momentum here.
Yeah, talking about momentum, looks like a change of mind from Arbed. Just picks up the straight-up Blink Dagger now that he's got the money.
Yep.
So Blink Dagger, Blightstone ready to go. Arbed is going to look to get those kills.
Yeah, I think with the way everyone in this Fnatic team is just getting involved this early on, they don't want to give VP any room to just sit back and farm their items.
The ward down. Pasha, but Arbed is able to get back up to the high ground. Ice, getting closer and closer to having the money for his Midas.
Radiant structures are
For a bit of an insurance policy, not going for any kind of a blink rush here.
It's going to be a little hard for Arbed to make the blink plays, though. As we said already, a lot of things that can sort of trip him up, cancel his Blink Dagger, and he's going to be blinking into a push that has got the mech complete on the SF.
The nice thing is, if you have refraction up, your blink's not going to get cancelled. If like a Venom plants a Plague Ward and it hits you, it's the refraction block means you can often still blink in or blink away. Same if you get Galed or whatever. It's like, well, it's not going to that initial damage block.
Yeah, you're going to have that chance to react.
Yeah. So a lot of farm on DJ Shaman. I mean, this is one of those 4th position players that doesn't really feel like a 4th position player in a lot of these games, and he does a lot when he gets this farm. Very high impact player.
Ether Lens ready with that extra reach and grab.
It's 14 minutes. That's incredibly fast. And that's what they're going to need to catch Ramses at any stage of this game. His lockdown is the key part of killing Ember.
Yeah, they've got a relatively good amount of instant catch, as you say, the Hex. And then obviously the telekinesis and shackles ready to combo up after it. No one. That's got a haste rune. It's going to punch into Ice a bit, but with the treads and the Vlads, it's a pretty tanky brew for the SF to do too much about early on. And Ramses queuing up the drums into Radiance. Did manage to make that lovely hurdle and get the full boots of travel on nice and early, so he's going to have that global potential, be able to join his team, and between him and Solo, lots of ways to sort of make sure that VP have the number advantage. Roger, he's going to put the Spike Carapace there on the hunt. Serpent Ward's actually dropped down for this one.
They had the sentries, but no dust, and he baits out some ultimates.
Yeah, that's the big win there for VP, not having to worry about the Serpent Ward push for a little bit of time.
He was so fast to react with that Carapace on the shackles. I don't even know if he had vision there, if he just kind of anticipated it or what. Either way, Fnatic will still get the 2 bottom bounty runes. It will be most likely a 2-for-2 trade.
No one continues to hit the good timings, as that's a 15-minute Guardian Greaves complete on the Shadow Fiend.
Leading the farm charge, being able to outfarm this TA, just using those razors to constantly, efficiently jungle. And
Ramses, just get the slight fist connection onto Jabs. He knows that he's here deep in the trees. He's going to try and hide, but Ramses will spot him out. Roger's there on the sidelines, throwing a stun across the trees. Jabs, he does have a stolen sleight of fist, but that's not going to help him out too much, as Ramses will slowly but surely run him down with the movement speed he has from the boots of travel. And Ramses taking a bit of a hit from the tower.
The tree block?
Oh, he has to get out. He can't stick around for the kill on Jabs. Jabs is actually going to stay alive. As Ramses, he wasn't able to get the kill in time. That stolen sleight of fist each and every time, just helping him dodge, you know, that extra little auto attack. It kept Jabs alive.
I don't know. Ramsey's not really known for being an Ember player. I think maybe showing it a bit there, just the fact he doesn't find the kill. Oh, Jabs. Oh,
he comes back for it. He's I'm coming back for you. He does get it. Same time in the mid lane, play coming out from Ice as the Primal Split allows him to set up onto Pasha. Pasha's got stick charges, but it shouldn't be enough to get him out there. At the same time, MP actually able to kill off no one. So Fnatic, they may have lost the Rubik up top, but they'll be quick to make moves elsewhere, getting both the Veno and the SF out of the game.
Yeah, there was the TA Ursa duo finding the SF kill. The drums, this face drums build we keep seeing on Ursa, no longer about the blink. You just get so much movement speed when you pop your phase boots, and then if you have drum charges as well, you're at almost like 500 plus movement speed that you just chase everyone down.
Yeah, this game, as I say, it may be a slow and gradual start, but you can really feel that it's about to explode. Arbed very close to having a completed Desolator on top of the blink. I mean, both him and No One showing us sort of exactly what we expected from this caliber of mid players. Just whatever happens, despite the matchup, both are going to find those item timings.
And then you're looking at Fnatic being able to kill Roche incredibly easily with Desolator plus Vlad's on Brewmaster.
Roger, scouting out Arbed. They are going to turn towards the bottom. TJ's going to go for the CP out, and he's able to make it away. They'll look towards Ice. Stun from Roger, catches him out. They have the Gale to slow him down. No escape for the Brew. VP. They will punish Ice for sticking around a little too long on that push down bottom. As Arbed, just 100 gold to go. Desolator will be done.
Yeah, I think that's still worth it for Fnatic getting a tier 2 tower. DJ even getting the last hit. He's up to 5k net worth as a support Shadow Shaman.
He's pretty much level with MP's value at the moment.
He had a blink queued up, but he swaps over to an Aghanim Scepter now, wanting to kind of play that semi-carry-ish Shadow Shaman role.
Oh, looking to make a play with MP. As the two of them smoke up and start to make a move towards bottom, Ramses is alone pushing it out. If they can get that opening Hex onto Ramses, they could have a shot, but he's already TPing out of there. He's not going to stick around, goes toward mid. Good to get the trap slow onto him, and they do have to be careful now, because the TA, Arbed, has the Desolator ready to use. Around the pit, though. I mean, you talked about Fnatic's opportunities to get Roshan. There's a double damage route. Once again there, waiting for No One. As they're going to head into the pit, and I don't even know if Fnatic are going to expect them to do this. And with that double damage, I don't know if they're going to expect VP to be able to do it as quick as they can.
They should scout this with traps, and Brewmaster Split is just coming back up. No,
they've got to get to the pit.
He's got to put a trap in there that he's not doing it. He scouts it now.
They know it's there.
And they will be able to get there in time. Brewmaster with Split should be able to contest it.
And Ice is straight in with that. Pops in immediately and starts to push VP out and away from the pit. Ramsey is incredibly low on the high ground. He has to keep his distance. Will be healed up by the Greaves. You have the Requiem being attempted, but MP's on top, and no one. He's going to be sprouted by Solo. He'll die. He's dead for 45 seconds. No chance to buy back towards this Roche fight. Zarbed just turns towards Roche, but he gets bashed by the Roche. Stun from Roger comes into place. Zarbed stuck in position. Still alive, though. Finally falls, but they've brought down 3 members of VP. Buyback from Ramses, buyback from Solo. They try to get back towards the pit. Solo TP's in. Can he do it? He can't. Fnatic get the Roshan. Japs will be the one to pick up the Aegis, but it takes it away from VP. Pasha does manage to kill up a double kill. Ramses with the sleight of fist brings Japs down low. That's the Aegis taken out of the hands of the Rubik. Roger still has the control. Stun out onto 2. Change from Ramses. Catches the both of them. Do they have the damage to finish off Japs? And nice. It doesn't look like it. They'll put the Cinder Brew down on the ground. Japs gets the steal on the chains. Spike Carapace will mean that he gets caught out, and there's Ramses with the OG chains. Comes in. Gets another as the chaos kicks off around the pit. I mean, Fnatic, they got the Roche kill. Yep. They got the Aegis.
Oh, it's still definitely worth it because of all those buybacks. The fact VP had to use 3 buybacks, that's not a good look for Virtus.Pro. Their item progression gets severely hampered by that. Fnatic, yeah, they lose quite a few heroes, and they will lose all 4 bounty runes. That's quite a big deal. That's a big chunk of gold. Oh, okay. No, they get 1.
DJ. He's got the opening with that cast range. Pasha does manage to slide down to the low ground, though. Yeah. Arbed should have a blink up in a second to continue to chase. Refraction there to make sure there's no chance of his blink being cancelled. Doesn't want to go for it, though. Did have the blink availability, but didn't want to try and go up to the high ground. Was worried about a trap being sent, just sort of set by the rest of VP.
Yeah. He can definitely get the kill with his blink, but he doesn't want to pay for it with his life, and he doesn't know who's up there. They don't have good vision around the area. Potential Nyx, Invis, Vendetta catches you with a stun. Maybe you don't even get the kill. So he plays it safe. I think recognizing that that last Roche fight went well enough that Fnatic are still somewhat in control.
Oh, Arbed. Getting run down here. Do they have detection, though, on these 2 heroes? They do not. They've got AoE damage, though. Solo TP's in with the Sentry.
Fear not.
As they'll be able to take that TA down. VP, they're ready to push it onto the tier 2 mid now. It's a good amount of time where there's no Arbed TA to worry about. 50 seconds. As he was well leveled down in the jungle as well, Fnatic will be able to at least find a support. Get Roger. But the tier 2 tower looks to be in trouble. As VP will push on.
Very hard to fight into Treants plus Venomancer wards. There's just so many things in the way that chip away at you. But they're going to get them on the retreat.
They are. Ice. Ready for the committal with the primal split. Pops it straight away. He's got the stun out. Jabs is being focused by Ramses as Jabs will fall. First kill for Ramses in this fight. There's the Poison Nova out. The Serpent Ward's being committed. 2 dead on VP as both supports dead at the moment. No one's able to clear up some of the primal split, but the Shackle's committed from DJ. Holds down the SF Gale onto 2 though, and Ramses runs in with the chains. MP's able to turn them with the swipe stacking up. He'll get the kill onto the Ember Spirit. Now no one's in trouble. Arbed jumps, he gets the slow off with the trap. No one tries to turn, but no one's dead. MP, triple kill for the Ursa. Will die at the end of it all.
The Venom Ward. Oh, I love that SF just turns and throws raises. He knows he's going down. He just maximizes his damage output and actually gets an extra kill for his Venomancer as a result of it.
I mean, this game's crazy, though, because sort of fights like that, it felt like you'd say Fnatic were the ones to sort of get it. The fact they get a triple kill on the Ursa, but you look at the gold difference. It was about a 4K lead for Fnatic. Now it's just gone down to a 1K.
Yeah, I think it's the objectives, really, that make the difference. Fnatic, again, like the Roshan fight, they kind of win it, but the fact that, you know, VP's getting more bounty runes, they get a tier 2 tower this time, those things are equivalent to kills in some way. So VP are keeping close just by prioritizing some of these key objectives.
I mean, and that's the thing. This game is so close at the moment between these 2 teams. Exactly what you'd hope to see here in the upper bracket.
Crazily enough, it's Veno who's now the most farmed Radiant Core hero, Pasha. It's not really what you want or have planned, but it's just a byproduct of him, you know, surviving that fight and getting a solo kill on the Ursa effectively.
Yeah, and having a 23-minute halberd against a TA and an Ursa, that's a bit of a dream here for Pasha, and he succeeded at it.
He got a double kill in that last fight. 440 gold from DJ, 880 gold from MP. And also, he's killing a lot of these Serpent Wards. Plague Wards are very good at clearing out Serpent Wards since they count as full hits on them. So if you have 3, 4, 5 Plague Wards down in a fight, you're going to be able to deal with those Shadow Shaman ultimate wards.
And look at this as well. Solo's got a Veil of Discord complete. Ramsey's gold. He's pretty much got the Relic. It's going to be this key point when they have the Radiance on the Ember Spirit. then the TA's life is really going to get hard. The amount of damage over time instances they're going to be instantly removing the refraction from Abed is going to make these fights very hard for him.
Yeah, the good news is they've slowed it down a lot, but that by the time it comes up, Fnatic's going to have 2, maybe 3 BKBs. So the BKBs is the answer to it. TA very close, Ursa as well as Brewmaster also very close.
Yeah, the BKB race is going to be the big thing in response from Fnatic for sure.
Yeah. But it does put them on a bit of a timing window, because if they don't get a lot out of those BKBs, they will start to fall off as those BKBs get shorter. They need to secure Roshan. They need to win some team fights when they have the 10-second BKBs.
Yeah, all 3 cores, in fact. Very close to having them done. Nice as well.
DJ, level 15 on the Shaman with that experience gain. Already has the cast range talent, just 24 minutes in. He's been a big playmaker for this team and being rewarded with a lot of farm as a result of that.
VP, they'll surely be aware that these BKBs are being closed in upon by Fnatic. And we'll want to, ideally try and use their power now. If they can get that Radiance and then immediately look to make a smoke play to catch out at least one of these cores before the BKB timing.
I think the BKBs will be there before the
They're
Radiance.
so close, aren't they?
Yeah. Ember's 1,000 gold from Radiance, and the BKBs are like 300 to 500 away. TA's about 800-ish. Ember and Ursa, Brewmaster and Ursa are basically there, so...
And then physical damage-wise, VP, they don't really have a lot. They're sure they've got an SF, but of course with this Grease build, it's not a crazy amount of right-click. Every single time in these fights, they're going to get out physical DPS by the Templar Assassin and the Ursa for sure.
What they can do is just kite around the BKBs. Use things like the Venomancer, his slows, his scouting, his ability to cancel Blink Daggers. Ember can just slide a fist and fire Remnant away. You still got Sprout. TA doesn't have a way out of Sprout. Ursa does with the Quelling Blade. Brewmaster does, but there are still ways you can, just avoid fighting into BKBs with things like Force Staffs as well.
Let's see. Again, another bit of a lull period in this game as the silence is set between the teams. Radiance is going to be finished, but as you say, every single BKB is done on all 3 cores for Fnatic now. They are more than prepared for what VP is going to throw at them in the fights. They just have to make sure that they get those kills during those BKB usages.
And both teams will, well, particularly Fnatic, will be eyeing off Roshan, knowing they've got a triple BKB for their team fight.
No ice. He's lingering around under the Invis room with the sentry reward down in the river. Will get himself back up to the high ground.
This is where the vision game is so important, particularly when there's scouting things like a Invis Nyx or traps. Vision around the Roshan pit particularly, as both teams will be eyeing that one off. Nothing separating them in terms of net worth right now.
No. It's dead even. I mean, if you're VP now, you've obviously seen the cores show in lane. You know that they have the BKBs. And what are you doing? Because surely, I mean, you don't want to try and fight now into the BKBs, do you? Or is there sort of a part of you that has to because of your lineup?
You're definitely not looking for a big team fight. You're looking to kind of split push and just poke at Fnatic, kite around them.
Sure. Get some premature BKB usages out.
Yeah, and make sure... And you are contesting Roshan, just not by like all-in engaging. If Fnatic go to Roshan, you're going to spam your Sleight of Fist. You're going to send Ember near to just harass your Venomancer, just try to throw some Plague Wards down. It's just about, trying to force out BKBs, trying to poke at them and get them low, and then once you find an opening, you go in.
Fnatic, aggressively postured, ready to try and make a jump, but VP, they keep it safe, grouped up on the high ground, making it very hard for Fnatic to find an angle of initiation. Same time, split push pressure's coming in. Solo and Rams is able to push the creep wave all the way around towards that high ground, forcing some of Fnatic to head back. DJ's going to be there, as well as Abed to cope with the D push.
And DJ hoping that someone maybe overextends and he can find a catch, but not the case. Roshan will be back up in 45 seconds. The two teams, not knowing this timer, are already posturing around it in case it does respawn sooner than that.
I mean, this is, so far from both of these teams, it's just been incredibly calculated play. Like, everything that's happened from both sides makes perfect sense. It's just a question of which idea is going to come out on top this game. It's already a bit of a poke once again in the mid lane. Gale's going to be there to slow down Ice. VP back up, start to throw a couple of raises out towards the Bruce. Sleight of Fist comes out as well. Still poking. They want to try and get that BKB out. Will now be popped. Ice commits with the BKB. Starts to make the move towards no one. No one pops the man to remove the slow. He's able to keep the distance for now. That's one BKB usage popped out. That's the start of something for VP.
That's how you play this game of Dota. You just kite around Fnatic. They run at you, you run back. They start running away, you poke at them once again. You just have to keep poking the bear and try and tempt them to come fight you. And you never take Fnatic on a full-on 5v5 fight when they have BKBs up.
And Ramses, being the Ember Spirit, can continue to do this. Played on the totally opposite side of the map.
Assuming he can see the Shaman, and that's why he suddenly comes out, is that he saw the Shaman down bottom, and that's the one hero that can threaten to kill him, particularly with all this cast range. You have to play very cautiously.
That's mid lane. Roger. He's actually going to blink in aggressively. They know that Fnatic split up. Razor's coming straight away onto Jabs. He's going to actually get denied by Abed. Abed now in trouble, or is he? He's got the BKB pop. Turns towards no one. No one forces down to the low ground. Has the Requiem revved up and ready to go. He's still alive for now. DJ's there with the wraparound. The Serpentward's dropped in the river. No one gets blocked off. They've killed off the SF. Shackles as well, holding down Solo. Fnatic, they'll find two.
Yeah, that almost was a great Venomancer save. He's the one who force-staffs SF to the low ground to help him get out of there, but DJ rotating into the bottom lane.
They're still trying to poke VP despite the fact that they've lost two heroes. Jumping from Ice. He does not have the Primal Split available, but he's got a BKB and he's heading in. Buyback comes out from Solo. Ice goes for the TP out for the remainder of the BKB charge. Back towards mid though. Abed caught out. MP. He's going to go for the bash. He's straight onto Solo. Solo dies. That's a dieback on the Prophet. But they kill Abed. The TA's gone. VP, they're going to suffer more casualties though as DJ shackles out onto the Nyx Assassin. Now Pasha has to be careful. Fnatic can try and get a grab onto this.
DJ just salvaging these fights. The Nyx was hunting the TA there at hunting the Brewmaster there at the end with the BKB wearing off, but luckily DJ's there to save the day. And Ursa will survive because of it. And VP committing a buyback just to Nature's Prophet. Still, it's that doesn't a kill at the bottom bounty rune. That's Ramses. Again, it's VP just securing some of these other small objectives. You know, they got 4 bounty runes.
It's MP. Look what he's found. Hey. A solo kill on Ramses. Yes, please, there's MP.
He had no remnants left after the...
Oh, yeah.
All of them to kill the Rubik.
Big money, big experience there for the bed. Level 21 now upon him. We just saw the big 2 Aghanim Scepter pickups come out. DJ finishes his. Over the side of VP, Pasha's also got his ready to go.
Fnatic really want to get this Aegis, I feel. Like, that's going to be key for them. Because you can't entirely rely on the BKBs. It's so... Can see Ice. 2 BKBs in a row. Used kind of defensively, and he gets nothing out of them.
Now, the Roche fight, that's the big question. Can VP actually push Fnatic away from this? They don't have an Ember Spirit unless Ramses wants to commit the buyback. Pasha comes in, does manage to get the Poison Nova connection onto Ice.
He's getting very, very low. He may have to ultimate.
He does. He's going to pop it, maybe see if he can send the Wind Panda through to the front lines to find a catch. Solo goes for the Stealth Sprout and the TP out. Any way to see through it? Yes, they have.
Ward.
They get the ward down in the middle of the Sprout to get that vision required to catch out Solo. Already with the split, Ice, he's ready to set up for more. Stun out onto Pasha. Pasha turns with the Gale, but Abed's in on the front lines with the damage required to take down the Veto. And Ice sets up for a 3rd kill. Throws up no one into the air. Stone comes out. BKB's committed from Fnatic as they surround the Shadow Fiend. No one, he's dead. Roger as well, surrounded on the cliff. He'll die. Fnatic, they're not done. They want the team wipe. DJ shackles out. They'll get all 5.
Gives him the tip mid-last kill as well. Fnatic playing some high aggression. SEA Dota right now. They're just charging forward, going for kill after kill. They say, we don't need no BKBs. We're just going to pick you apart one by one. They even steal the freshly bought gem that was being carried as well. And now they'll be rewarded with a Roshan. VP just a little bit out of sync there. They're kind of trying to contest Roshan without using the buybacks there. It's just a very greedy way to approach that fight. If you're going to contest Roshan, you need to kind of go all in. Buyback on the Ember and say we're contesting Roshan, because Fnatic's blink catch initiation is too far.
He wants to try and farm some of these wards, but DJ, the protector of his serpents, comes in. He goes with the shackles, and Solo, he may have picked up a little bit of gold from the serpent wards, but DJ make sure he's there to get a bit of a vengeance for his snaky babies.
DJ's just making all kinds of moves. He's level 21 on Shaman.
He's crushing it.
8th Lens Aghanim Scepter. This guy is just, he's feeling like he's a mid-Shaman with the impact and the plays he's making. He is just doing so much for the entire Fnatic team. In a game where he has to, because these 3 heroes with BKB get kited so badly, it's up to the Shaman to, you know, not just lock people down and control them, but just dish out damage. The Serpent Wards, they don't get kited. And they're doing a lot of damage in these fights.
Now a 9k lead for Fnatic as they really open up the game in their favor. A hard drop off there, as you can see, as VP struggling to hold back the aggression with the buybacks that they've been committing. It's just not allowed them to win the fights hard enough. VP falling behind.
Jabs with a stolen Rec Room as well for the upcoming team fight. We could perhaps get a chance to see that one.
That's Jabs. It's on the hunt. Ramses immediately remnants out. He's not going to stick around any longer than he needs to down there. That's just the levels and the farm on the cause. I mean, as you say, not just the cause of Fnatic, and the DJ included. Just seeming to be that step ahead now of VP is Fnatic more than ready, set up to push. Aghanim Serpent Wards, he's got that level 20, the extra bit of Serpent Wards HP. It's going to make it pretty damn hard for VP to deal with. Wards drop down, easy tier 3 tower, now the Rex will start to fall. Smoke's going to be popped by VP as they'll try and get a good position to jump in from the shadows. Chains are out, but there's the split straight away in response from Ice. That's going to be the full set of Rex down. We'll see if Fnatic want to stick around to try and find some kills. They'll throw Pasha up into the air, making sure the Venom cannot get on top of any of the members of Fnatic as they'll take the Rex, they'll back off, they'll move towards mid. They'll be prepared if they want to try for it again. They can also look to reset, get a few more items online. They know that this game is in a pretty comfortable position right now for Fnatic.
Yeah. Bounty runes are spawning, so the smart players is backing off, grabbing those. It looks like they'll get 3 of them, which is, that money adds up, particularly the later the game goes. And for Fnatic, fighting around Serpent Wards is key, particularly when you're pushing high ground. There's no point risking going for another lane when you don't have those Serpent Wards. Wait another 60, 70 seconds. They'll still have the Aegis for about a minute with Serpent Wards up, so they can mount another high ground attack with wards and all their ultimates back up.
And DJ with the BKB as well. I mean, the Fnatic, they have 4 BKBs, AC on Ice. Everything is there and in place. Abyssal picked up by MP. There's just very little that VP's lineup can do. I mean, we said it already early on. The BKBs were going to make this game have this period where VP are going to immensely struggle to just do any damage in the team fights. They have this Ember Radiance build, incredibly magically oriented, and the SF, as we see, he builds to take over the game early, start to push with the Greaves and the BKB. But they're just really, it feels like there isn't the damage. They cannot kill Fnatic's heroes at the moment.
Yeah, this Ember Radiance is feeling very lackluster, mostly just because of the timing. Coming out as the 3 BKBs came out just meant it's this AoE magic damage that isn't really doing much. And they already have the AoE magic from the Poison Nova. I'm not sure if there's a better build that Ember could have gone. It's just not a natural right-clicking carry. But what we're seeing from this Radiance is very little damage output. And here come the Serpent Wards.
Now with the Arcane Rune as well, DJ's going to be more than happy to pop those down. They'll get the Hex out. Onto 1, jump forward from Roger. Just get a nice 3-man stun. Do they have the damage to follow up? The Remnant commit straight away. They'll pop the Aegis out of the hands of TA. Jab still alive, finally falls. They've got the Rubik, but Ramses just gets run down by MP. Has to buy back on the Ember Spirit. The Bash comes down onto Noah. Noah tries to Manta away, but he's dead. And the SF does not have buyback available. Fnatic, they'll retreat a little bit. The Sprout is out to control MP. Jump forward from Roger. Does have the stun. Ice in with the BKB, though. Starts to slap down the Nyx assassin. Roger's out of there with the Vendetta.
Yeah, they've got the Plague Wards up, and that's helped clear out the Serpent Wards. So just a tier 3 tower going down. DJ was trying to focus the melee racks with the Serpent Wards. Got it down pretty low, but wasn't able to quite bring it down. That was, the upside of having a full health tier 3 tower mid. Unlike bottom lane, the tier 3 was like almost already dead when the push came. This time around, they just had a bit more buffer health to deal with so that they don't lose racks. Problem is, those Serpent Wards push is going to be coming again and coming again soon. And if DJ gets level 25, I mean, God help you then.
Oh my goodness, and I mean, this rate he certainly is, if the game hasn't ended by that point.
Yep. Level 25 with a refresher, theoretically.
This is getting very, very close indeed. And this is a great thing for Fnatic because of the lead they have. They can play around their timings. These sort of Serpent Wards, the Primal Splits, these timings that normally you'd be pressured into using earlier. But VP's lineup, they can't force anything out of Fnatic. Every single fight is being taken on Fnatic's terms.
Those wards are back up because of the Arcane Rune. I don't think VP were expecting this next push to come so fast. They're not ready. SF's still dead.
Yeah, this Rax is going to go before no one's even having a chance to get back in the game. Yep. The melee Rax are gone. Pasha will jump forward with the Poison Nova. Now no one's back in. Tries for the chains onto Arbed Ramses, but doesn't get the connection as Arbed's able to walk this one off. As again, Fnatic finding Rax, moving back, and not getting punished at all by VP.
Yeah. They give away a bit of gold from all the Serpent Wards, but that's, you know, an acceptable price to pay. Raintrack's barely surviving on a sliver of health, but it's not going to heal up, so Fnatic can just focus their attention now on the next Roshan, most likely, because that's going to be Refresher Shard. So forget farming a Refresher if you're Shaman.
Bottom, Ramses tries to push out. Jabs able to sneak around, set up with the telekinesis, MP's in for the quick kill, and that's Ramses dead for 100 seconds, no buyback.
Yeah, and the Serpent Ward cooldown is shorter than that respawn time, so they could theoretically go push high ground. There'll be a 30-second window where Ember's still dead and the Serpent Wards are planted on the high ground. Does look like at least Brewmaster is making a beeline towards his top lane, but what's the call here for Fnatic? Yeah, they're drawing lines towards his top. They want to try and punish knowing that Ember is dead here.
Abed, he's going to find Pasha. He's got the level 25 talent. The meld hit Bashes, causing some issues for Pasha. Does manage to turn him with the Halberd. Will hold back for the TA for now. Quick force to the side. Will dodge the stun off Roger. In fact, Roger is in a world of pain as the big old Fuzzy Wuzzy comes down upon him. He does have buyback available on this Nyx Assassin. Still 50 seconds without their Ember Spirit VP.
So difficult to defend the base here. You need as many Plague Wards up as possible. Get the Treants out. Anything that can hit Serpent Wards to try and clear them. But here come Fnatic. Looking for that last lane of racks.
Their VP will try and jump forward. Roger immediately getting hexed though by the Shaman straight into the backline. Zarbed's on top of Solo. Solo's gone. No one goes and gets the Requiem off. Pops the Mantra in his head to get away, but it's all over. GG is called as Fnatic taking game one. And my goodness, did they play well. They knew exactly what they had to do to win this game. They knew that with the BKBs, at that point, VP's game, it pretty much felt like it came to an end. It was impossible for VP to play against it with the lineup VP had.
Yeah, it looked like there was maybe going to be some way for them to kite around it a bit. We saw the first few Brewmaster BKBs not really amount to much, but once Fnatic kind of understood they just have to force a fight around the Serpent Wards, it doesn't matter if you're getting kited, because if they run away from you, well, you're taking their racks. And that was really the formula for success there. Drop Serpent Wards, stand there with your BKBs, take buildings. If they fight you, you fight them. If they run away, doesn't matter. You're getting buildings.
A very impressive play from Fnatic in this game one of the best of three. The question is, can they continue it for game two and take a 2-0 victory against VP? VP, I'm sure they've got a lot of other strats up their sleeves and something else to pull out, but as for the game 1-1, they've got to go back to the drawing board, try something totally different, because at the moment, Fnatic, they seem to just have done that little bit more homework and research and are looking in fantastic form. We'll see you very shortly.